Hey everyone, Melanie Minshinger here, illustrator for Gina K Designs. I've got a new project for you today that is perfect for the coronavirus pandemic that we are in. If y'all enjoyed my last couple videos with the toilet paper cards, please check those out. Thanks for all of your great feedback. But I got inspired by a card from someone on our design team, Arjita. Such a talented colorist, but also just such a creative genius. She made a really awesome card using one of the women from my This Girl Is set and put a little mask and a little cap on it along with the globe from Hannah's What a Wonderful World set, saying this too shall pass. And that was a greeting by Emily Loggins, also from our Gina K team. So I loved how she put those together and how she just kind of reimagined these stamps for these times with a little mask. And I realized, let me do something, let's step out in faith and show a praying woman wearing a mask. Because beyond toilet paper, the things that we're going to talk to our kids about and our grandkids in years to come about this time is when we all had to wear masks when we were sick or well, even to go outside. So this is a really easy card to make. It's just my praying woman from my Women of Faith set. The products and tools that you're going to need for this, in addition to that Women of Faith set, I've got a Misty for doing my stamping, and I think this is a really, really good tool. Instead of a regular acrylic block for these solid, bold images, you're going to get a really good impression as well as for your greetings. But if you don't have that, you'll need at least a 3x4 size block for that large silhouette. I've got a Score Buddy for doing my scoring. The cardstock that I'm using today, these two cards, I've either got some of the Innocent Pink or some of the Ocean Mist Gina K Pure Luxury cardstock. I've got some scissors for cutting out my mask. You're also going to want some designer paper, and so I just grabbed some sheets from the Bold and Blooming pack that Gina carries, as well as some of the Softly Spring. So whatever you have, or if you don't have any designer paper, you could definitely use just a piece of colored cardstock, piece of white cardstock. That's going to look the most sterile, like an official hospital mask, which you could fold or you could score up. There's a lot of ways that you can customize this, or you could even just use your stamps and just collage stamp a pattern to create a mask. You're going to have some kind of blender, either a sponge dauber, you grab one of those, or I'm using one of the life-changing blending brushes, and that's just to add a little bit of a sky background. And then I've got just two ink pads that I'm using today. I've got the Gina K Jet Black Amalgam ink, and then I've got some of that coordinating Ocean Mist ink. And I think that's everything. Oh, I've got just a little bit of adhesive, so I have got some of the Gina K Tape Runner from ThermoWeb for my mats, and then I've got some foam squares for popping that up. The cardstock that I'm using for my stamping and my mat, I've just got some of the Gina K Pure Luxury White. This is 3 3/4 by 5 inch, or I'm sorry, like, let me be sure. 3 3/4, hang on. Sorry, 3.5 by 4 3/4. And this one is, yeah, 3 3/4 by 5 inches. I'll post those below, but it's just going to make a nice crisp border, and I just love how the black really makes that silhouette pop. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin doing our stamping. So I'm going to put this woman, I've already got it stuck in here, and maybe we'll do a different greeting. I had these on here before. Actually, before we do our stamping, let's do our sponging or our blending, because I want the ink on that to be nice and crisp, and I don't want to smear that around. We've got a lot of humidity here in Texas right now, and so I find even with those amalgam inks, sometimes I just get some smudging if I do any sponging over the black inks. So they're great for stamping, but I just really want to have my background first. So I'm just going really quickly. I'm leaving some white space because I want it to look like there are some clouds in the sky. Okay, so I'm going off the edges, kind of making some areas darker than others. So that's it. So that's all the sponging that I'm going to do for the sky. Now we're going to pop this into our Misty, and you might want to go right to left, left to right, or up or down. So I'm just doing it this way this time. And I've just got that positioned so that it's going to be right in that corner. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to ink this up, and I'll decide on my greeting in a minute. So I have one of them. I've got Too Blessed to Be Stressed, which I thought was perfect for right now. And then on the other one, I have Trust in Him, God's Got This, because He does. Okay, so I'm going to just press that down, lift it up, and I think I might have some little specks of dust on here because before when I stamped it, no, didn't do it that time. I think I must have gotten it cleaner. Before when I stamped it, it was just picking up, there was some little spots that it was missing, although that's not as critical as it usually is since we're covering up part of that face with our pattern paper. And for the pattern paper, I think I forgot to mention, if you're not using a big mat with it, to make the mask, all you need is a piece that's about 1 inch wide by about 3 inches long. And then I'm going to show you how to cut that down. I had some different ideas for how to do this, and I played around, and you might have noticed that I have one that is kind of more bandana style, and then the other one looks like it has straps. So I've seen both when I'm out on my walks. I'm sure you have too. And I have both styles. I was blessed enough also because it's my birthday. I didn't have to go buy any masks. I had friends that gave me some really fun custom masks. You might have seen the Avengers one that I posted online. And the first mask that I got was this cute cat one because, you know, I'm all about cats. So thanks, Heather. That's a really fun mask. Gave me some inspiration for this card. Okay. All right. I like that. And it says love, faith, and hope in here from that Bible verse. So that's what I put into that wavy hair. Okay, now let's pick out a greeting. And see, I think I'm going to do God's Got This on the inside of the card. That's what I did on this one with a little flower. And then I also used one of the little hearts for kind of a little logo for signing it on the back. So I think I'm going to do something a little bit different. I think on this one I want to say, let's see, we have so many different faith-based greetings on here. I think I want to do lifting prayers on this one. This one just to be a little bit more spiritual. So lifting prayers. A little sticky. Okay, so I'm gonna do just like that. And we could have done this all at once if we wanted, but just showing you inking that silhouette. And I'm gonna do this a couple times just so I have it nice and dark. Okay. All right, so one way that I did this, if you want to, and I don't have any kind of template because it's just such a small little scrap of paper. Let's pick out which one we want to use for this. And I knocked off my mat. Okay, so let's do a different one here. I'm gonna do this chevron one. I really like how these two have the hearts, but I think I wanna do the chevron. So I'm going to grab this piece, and this is from that Bold and Blooming. And just going to cut a little piece out. So what you can do if you want, I had thought about, okay, can I stamp this on the back of this piece and then cut it out? Well, no, I can't because it's not a mirror image. It's not completely symmetrical the way that you would make a mask at the angle. So one thing I did do, and this did work, but I don't know. I just feel like it's easier because of the hands to go ahead and do it the way I'm about to show you. But if you want, you can actually put this on the block so that you're getting the back of the image, which is going to reverse it. Put it, then stamp it like in a, I don't know, a light ink onto this, onto the back of your pattern paper, cut, and then you can flip it over. So that's one way to do it, but I'm just gonna show you how just to eyeball this. So I'm gonna cut a piece that's a little over 3 inches, a little more than 1 inch. So you have some room to play on there, okay? So what I want to do is I'm going to have this so that it is cutting off just right there at the edge where her hair is, okay? Now I want to have that go across the bridge of her nose. And just incidentally, I live in Texas, and our governor has lifted the stay-at-home order for businesses. So people have all different sorts of opinions. I won't get into that right now, but I think I'm just going to continue to wear mine because, I don't know, I'm starting to get used to it, and I haven't gotten sick yet, and that's a good thing. So I'm just going to keep just trimming just a little bit. And it doesn't have to be exact, because as y'all know, this covers up more of your face than, so however much you want to take off. So you can just keep trimming that down. I'm going to trim just a little bit more. So if you want it to look like a bandana, you don't need to cut into it and make any kind of straps. But if you do, you're just going to go in and you're going to make 2 parallel cuts to resemble those straps. And then just a little cut like that. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And that is going to look like it's going all the way around her head. Because you can't really see the ear on here, and that would be behind the hair. That's why I did it this way. But you are welcome to have it go around, and you would just cut that off at the end. Okay, so there's the mask, just like that. So I'm going to grab my tape runner. So this is going to be more of a monochromatic card, since I chose to use just the kind of turquoise sea ocean mist. And then we're going to put this onto that black mat. Really like how this one turned out with the hearts. And I just cropped that at a diagonal since I had trimmed that out, so I didn't have a full mat going all the way around. So that's going to layer on just like that. So if you want it to be just a monochromatic, you can put that onto the coordinating ocean mist. Or if you want some contrast, you can put that onto the pink. And so I just layer that centered. Let me know which of those you like best. I hope you enjoyed this card and this idea. If you really need me to make a template, I might be able to have my arm twisted and create some kind of PDF file, but it's just so tiny and it is not hard to do. You just want to make sure you just trim a little bit at a time. And let me compare all these different masks. They're all just a little bit different. This one though has more of a curved cut, more of a straight line. This one is a little bit more contoured for her nose. So either one works, you know. I mean, all the masks that are out right now are different. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you are staying safe right now. Please visit my blog, Hands, Head, and Heart, and my YouTube channel for more ideas and inspiration. This is a great time to be crafting and to just stay inside. Miss all of you guys, you know, miss stamping. I think I came up with a new schedule for how to get my stuff done with my husband now working from home for the next couple months. We share an office, so that has been interesting, but I'm making this video super early before anybody gets up. And look, I got it done. Got my video done for the day. So thanks so much for watching today. God bless.